Welcome to Financial Insider Weekly. I'm your host, Michael Gray, CPA. My guest today is Peggy Martin with the Family Wealth Consulting Group. Peggy is a fee-only financial planner, and through another company called Estate Guidance and Insurance Services, Peggy offers a range of insurance products, including life insurance. And she has a variety of credentials. She is a CLU, Certified Life Underwriter, and also Chartered Financial Consultant. So has some very good background, many years of insurance experience. So today, Peggy and I are going to talk a little bit about some of the basics of life insurance. Peggy, welcome. Thank you for being my guest today.
Mike, thank you for having me here today. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay. So as we get started, as I said, we're just going to be talking about the basics. There's actually there's a dizzying amount of options that are available for life insurance and so forth, alternatives. But we want to give some basic information to help people out in learning about this area. So Peggy, why is life insurance an important component of the financial planning picture?
Well, life insurance is a risk management tool, and in the financial planning process, one of the things we do look at when we're working with couples and families is what type of life insurance do they have. In particular, if it is a younger family, it is critical to look at what would happen if the primary breadwinner is no longer in the picture. So life insurance does become a risk management tool for income replacement purposes. It also can be a liquidity source for the family. It can help to pay estate taxes. It can help to provide income to the family. And if there's a small business involved, it can help to keep the small business afloat after the death of the primary breadwinner.
Right. Now, one of the things, I'm going to get a little off script here, but you know, a lot of us traditionally we think of the breadwinner as being the man. These days we've got two breadwinners in a sense in so many households that we're really relying on both people working. And so really we sort of need to be thinking about life insurance related to both people, don't we?
Absolutely, we do. And even if there is a spouse that's a stay-at-home spouse, whether it be the dad or the mom, I also encourage insurance on that person because they play a very vital role in the family's well-being. Mm-hmm. And replacing that individual, taking children back and forth to various events and so forth, or if there are older parents involved that need to be taken care of, that has a cost to it. So both in the couple need to be insured.
So in other words, this person, the stay-at-home parent, if that's the case, and these days we're lucky if we can even have stay-at-home parents to some degree.
Correct.
Because the cost of living is so high, especially where we live here in Silicon Valley. But anyway, they provide a vital caregiving function, and if you're going to replace that person, it would cost you a lot of money.
A lot of money,
yeah.
Yes. So it's critical to look at all the components of the risk management.
Right. All right. Well, what are some problems that life insurance can help solve, and how does life insurance do that?
Well, again, it can help solve income replacement. If there is that premature death when there's still young children in the family, it provides an income replacement liquidity. Mm-hmm. It can also help if it's for business continuity purposes. It can help a surviving shareholder be able to keep the business running. Mm-hmm. Also, if it's for key person purposes, maybe not for a buyout purpose, but for key person purposes within a corporation, it is very helpful there. It is also helpful for estate liquidity. Right now, we're not sure what's happening with the estate tax laws, which is a topic for another conversation with you, but we're not sure where that's going. But traditionally, life insurance has been able to help with estate liquidity. Also, if there's a cash value inside the policy, there can be an opportunity to withdraw some of the cash value if cash is needed, or also take a loan against the policy.
Right. So when we say estate liquidity, specifically what you're talking about is having to pay estate taxes, and it's these expenses that you have to deal with when somebody passes away. Of course, it could also be even administration costs and funeral costs and things like that.
Correct.
So there are some people that just get burial type policies that tend to be modest, and then before you know it, it's not enough to pay the burial costs.
Right. Well, you know, right now, if you have what I call the traditional funeral, that's running anywhere in the neighborhood from $20,000 to $25,000 just to get somebody traditionally buried and have a funeral. So it's not inexpensive.
Right. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And now we were talking a little bit about key persons, so let's go back to that for a moment. So I think what we're talking about there is that you may have an employee that he may not be an owner or she may not be an owner,
Correct.
but this is like a spark plug type individual for your organization. They may be a really outstanding salesperson, they might be a key technical person, but anyway, we have these people that really make an organization run, and to replace them may take some expense for things like placement fees and other things, or search fees, I guess we could say.
Right. Or it just buys some time, too,
Yeah.
to keep the company afloat until the person is located. I've worked with a number of smaller businesses, family businesses, where we have had that person die, and it did keep the company going.
Yeah.
It gave the other shareholders or other key people in the organization an opportunity to find a replacement.
So it's actually, in a sense, revenue replacement that that person
It can
would
be.
generate. Yeah.
It can, definitely can be.
So why is life insurance a really good tool for these types of problems?
Well, life insurance provides very quick liquidity. Typically when someone dies, my experience has been that it takes just about 2 to 3 weeks to get the proceeds from the insurance company, provided that everything is in order. And again, it's the instant liquidity that helps families continue to pay mortgages, to put food on the table, businesses to continue to pay their operating expenses and to pay their other staff. And if you happen to have, and also with the estate tax situation, the instant liquidity is not quite as critical. It's nice to have it, but it's usually not quite as critical as the income replacement or the key person or buyout type coverages. It's a unique tool in the fact that in most instances it's not income taxable. The death benefit is not income taxable. So that makes it unique that you have 100% dollars to work with. And I consider it an obligation on a company's part and on a family's part to be sure that they're looking at their life insurance. Do they have enough money to keep their family going should something happen to them? Or do they have enough to keep their business going should something happen to them? So those people who have supported them to have a business can still be compensated and still have a place to work.
Right. So anyway, I guess the phrase that we've seen around quite a bit is basically life insurance can create an instant estate.
It can.
Yeah.
It is an estate creation tool as well.
So you can do that. And some people, an awful lot of their investments, if you look at, what are their assets, well, one is their home,
Right.
and it can be hard for you to draw against that unless you've got like an equity line in place already or something. If you're going to try to establish one, it can take some time, or you may not even be able to qualify at that point.
Now it's even harder to just even qualify. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So as far as looking for sources of cash, I hate to say it, but an awful lot of us are living from paycheck to paycheck. And although it may be hard to work out paying for life insurance or other things like this, but still, this is a way that you can create that instant estate to help out the family.